everyone, Nigel Saunders here. Today's video starts by searching for rocks. My search begins at the base of this old willow tree. The river's drained, so I'm going to look for rocks along the shore. I was out for my walk yesterday in this area, and I came across some really interesting rocks, some reddish kind of Mars-like rocks. So I thought I better come back today and have a look for more. I brought along the Curiosity rover to help me look for Martian rocks. Here's some of the rocks I've collected so far. I'm trying to get ones that have a reddish color to them, so they have some iron oxide in them, like that, and ones that have really jagged and small miniature type features to it. I don't like these round rocks. This is a nice color, but it's too round. It looks like it was formed by glaciers or water. You want these rough kind of jagged rocks to make it look really miniature in your bonsai landscapes. So I'll just walk along here and I'm looking for, jagged reddish rocks. There's one right here. That's not a bad one. I'll keep that. And I don't want them too big. That one's kind of interesting. Possibility. I don't want them too big. Rocks in a bonsai landscape can get pretty heavy, very quickly. I'm looking for this. There's a layered kind of rock, if you can see that. It has sort of lines across it. So that's the kind of stones I'm looking for. Here's another one that's kind of got some interesting texture to it. Keep that one also. Here's another one here. Has a lot of nice, surface features on it. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stones in this area. There's a nice reddish colored one. Another thing you can do is you can take the rocks down to the water and give them a wash so you can see what color they are when they're wet. See that? Turned a nice reddish color. So that gives you an idea of what they look like when you water your trees. There's a rock down here that has a lot of iron oxide in it. You can see how rusty it is. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll keep that. So I'm having good luck. You can see some of the rocks I found. They're really nice and jagged, really miniature looking rocks. And they got a nice red color to them. And they're fairly lightweight for a rock, which is good. It's not very often you can go out rock collecting in the middle of winter here in Canada, but luckily for this mild spell, I'm out here today enjoying the weather. This is the same willow tree that I took a cutting off, and I'm growing a bonsai tree, and I hope someday it looks as grand as this old tree here. This old willow is probably my favorite willow tree that I've ever seen. It's just fantastic. With the water level so low, I can take pictures of this side of the willow for the first time. When I'm out collecting rocks, I'm trying to find rocks of a similar style. So similar texture, similar features, a variety of sizes, and I keep those together. So when I plant a bonsai landscape, I'm using a similar style rock for that planting. Interesting. My day of rock collecting started out cloudy and quite cold. Now the sun's come out, so I'm really enjoying the day. It has been such a beautiful day today. I highly recommend, if you want to break the winter boredom, go out rock collecting. I think I have enough rocks now. I found some really good ones. Like this one. It's nice and flat. Actually, this was the one I was thinking of. See how it's flat on the bottom? It has a nice, Mars-like look to the top of it. Yeah, some really good rocks I found today, so yeah, I think it's time to head home. I'm back here in the plant room now, and I have all my rocks laid out here. So all these rocks have a lot of algae on them and they're dirty. So my first step will be to clean them in a bucket of water. I've got a bucket of rainwater that I'll start soaking these rocks in. When I've got the rocks clean, I'll have to grade them by color. The red ones, put them in one group, and some look maybe a little more greenish, so I'll have to separate them and sort them to make a kind of consistent looking landscape. All right, let's get our first rock out. I'll take a fairly big one. Here it is here. I'll just give it a good scrub. If these rocks were going into a typical bonsai landscape, you might want to keep the algae on them. They look, a little more natural that way. But for my Mars landscape, I want them, fairly clean looking. I was thinking the other day that I don't need this, Mars soil I made underneath the Mars rover, so I can move it all to the one half of the the greenhouse here, and I can put all my rocks on this side and maybe like styrofoam or something underneath to bring them up to the right level. And that way I can get more of my Martian soil where my plants are growing in the greenhouse. As I was cleaning, I see I've managed to collect a rock that looks like an orange cat. Ow. I've got all my rocks graded by color. I've got my green and tan rocks here. I've got my smooth kind of reddish river stones over here. I've got my red granite type rocks here. And I've got my tan and reddish colored rocks over in this section. I'm really happy with the selection of rocks I got. I think I really lucked out. I mean, they look really miniature. I think they'll look really good in my Mars planting. I'm going to let the rocks dry. They may change a different color as they dry, so I want to be sure that I've got, all the similar styles and colors of rocks in groups. My rocks are almost dry, so now I can start to lay out the landscape. I think I'll put the Mars rover in the back corner here. Sort of like that. So I can see about half my tray will have plants in it, and the other half will just have rocks and the Mars rover. So I can move all this Mars soil over to this side. There I go, I'll just scrape it over. I think it'll look better if I don't have this terrain so flat too. If it has maybe some hills and stuff. I can smell the Mars soil. Yeah, it has a smell to it, almost like cement. So that's got most of the Mars soil on this side now. I can pick out some of these bigger chunks and bring them over by hand. I may just leave this perlite in here and then kind of plant the rocks on top of it. I'll start picking out some of my rocks now for the landscape. I want the landscape to be fairly flat where the rover goes, but I do want some kind of hills, maybe in the background. So, I've got some good flat rocks here. I may have to rearrange these. I'm just, trying out various ideas. Kind of starting with my flattest ones, piecing it together like a jigsaw puzzle. Now let's see how the rover sits. Luckily it's got working suspension, so kind of makes it easier to place it on top of these rocks. So it's quite a deep layer of Martian soil in here now. I'll see how that looks from the front. I'm thinking of placing the rover more like this. It seems to fit better. But I will need to kind of blend this landscape in better. I'm going to need a lot more smaller rocks. Some of my more interesting rocks definitely have to go in. These are sort of the detail rocks. That should make it all look a little more convincing. It's a nice flat plate of a rock here. That could look quite nice out here, I think. I've got the landscape roughed in now. So I got my area over there for planting. The Curiosity rover on top of its rocks. All its suspension up and down. There's an overall look at the composition. I think it's looking quite good. I think, with some greenery in there, I think it'll look quite Mars-like. I will have to add dust to kind of blend everything in. On Mars, there's like sand dunes and fine sand that fills in all the, all the spaces between the rocks. It'll make it look more Mars-like if I kind of have those rocks kind of half buried in sand. So I'll have to do that. Here's a view from above. Kind of give you a look at the layout. So this soil, it's quite deep in here. The Mars soil goes down really deep, so it'll be a good test to see if trees can grow on Mars soil. Some kinds of lava rock are very similar to the Mars soil in the distribution of the elements. So I may get some lava rock, some red lava rock, and crush it to a fine powder and then kind of fill in around all my rocks. I think that'll blend in with the color of my Mars soil and make it look more like a Mars terrain. I don't have any lava rock, so I'll have to get some tomorrow. So I think we're getting close to the end of part 7, and I still don't have my trees planted. But I think in part 8, we'll finally get that done. Again, I made good progress today on the Mars landscape, so we'll have to continue this in part 8. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.